Hey, this is Tiger. I wanted to just create a very quick introduction for some context in this clip. This was taken from my weekly live group hangout for my private deep divers community. And so I'm sharing a sort of answer or response to someone's question about entering a new stage of their life and kind of finding a path towards doing things they don't really want to do. And then also about the things they would like to experience in this later stage of their life. And I kind of took it on a direction of talking about having vision for your life and taking responsibility for what that comes with. So other than that, enjoy. That's all I really wanted to say. I love that you bring this up because it's so in alignment with what I thought I might talk about today, which is a combination of having vision and taking radical responsibility. And this is something that I've been exploring in my own experience. In our human journey, we go through these seasons of responsibility, and getting old and realizing your days are numbered is definitely a new season of life. And with that particular season comes new responsibility. It's kind of like, in a very practical way, you take a look at where you are in life as a human being, and you recognize a particular vision that you have. But the thing about vision is that it demands a certain sense of accountability and responsibility. And so often, and I think this is so important and often avoided and neglected within spiritual community, is that in order for vision to manifest, it requires a form of sacrifice, which is often the willingness to do things that might be difficult or things that might be unpleasant. Like, for example, you say, man, I'd really like to buy a house in 2 years. Do you see that that's going to require some flavor of sacrifice? Like, oh, I see I really enjoy spending/wasting my money on XYZ. But if this is going to be a reality, that's probably not going to support my vision. Same with being healthy. If somebody says, oh, wow, I'd really like to improve my health, there's going to be sacrifice there. You're going to have to let go of what you used to use as enjoyment or distraction and put your energy in a new direction. And it's also not avoiding reality. The reality of being a human being is that at some point you're going to die. Same with like health. For some people, it's like, if I continue to do what I'm going to do, I'm going to experience the opposite of what I desire to experience. There's just a fundamental reality at play. One of the traps in the spiritual realm is the one of which I just want to live in the moment and feel good all the time. And it can be very easy to try and construct your life around that, which ultimately will be the encounter of avoiding responsibility, because it's challenging, because it invites you to sacrifice something, because we think it impedes on our freedom. But what I've recognized in my experience, and I assume you've recognized this too, is that the things I enjoy so much about, let's say, my character, is that it's only been developed through doing difficult things. It's only been developed by a play of sacrifice or doing things that were difficult or hard or challenging. Effectively, I've grown most by encountering what I don't want and finding a way through. And I've also had the experience of avoiding those things because I didn't want to feel shitty or I didn't want to experience something hard. And then life ultimately became even harder. Do you see this lesson here? Like, if we avoid doing hard things, things become harder. In the moment, it's all nice because you're avoiding hard things. But I think that there really is this genuine human trap of wanting to be comfortable. And for myself, also with what I've been reflecting, is the importance of vision. There's a proverb, I forget which one it is, but it's something to the effect of the people without vision will perish, something like that. It's so important, I think, from a human perspective, to allow yourself to have a vision for your life. Because this vision is what sets the direction of your present. For me, it's what invites a play of meaning and purpose to my moments. Like, I wake up and I ask, wait, why am I here? Oh yeah, I'm doing this thing. And furthermore, the more important that vision is, the more powerful it is. And that also speaks to the playful aspect of it, right? Because you do never know. Not only do you not know if it's going to work out, but you don't even know if you're going to be alive tomorrow. And so in the spirit of that, it seems best advised that it be playful. There's two branches here. There's to have a vision in search of being more of something. And then there's to have a vision because it's your, let's say, greatest gift of offering, even for yourself and for the world. I like to look at this, from a health perspective, just because of my past, but allowing myself to have a vision of being healthy is such an expression that says it's time to honor yourself. It's time to be honest with yourself, because I recognize that in my space of being unhealthy, I was actually punishing myself. It wasn't that I was just being all carefree. I was punishing myself. It was an expression of self-judgment. And so the vision wasn't about, I want to be healthy so people like me. It's, I want to be healthy because this is really important. And also I see that if I continue to do what I'm doing, there's only one outcome here, right? Which is for it to get more of what I don't want. And so even in my moments of feeling completely helpless about it, the sincerity of the vision at least invited me into a stillness and asked life for help. Like, I see this possibility. I see where I'm struggling, but I see how important it is, and I feel lost here. I've had this experience with, in my 20s and being a drug addict, where it's like you just get down on your knees and you're like, I'm helpless. I don't want to be doing this, but I'm so lost. And the comedy of it is you assume the help is coming in the mail the next day, and the help shows up in little bits over 2 to 5 years. But the help does come. Spirituality, all the cute spiritual phrases that talks about love, joy, peace, and freedom, these are describing the foundation of creation. They're describing the foundation of life. It doesn't dismiss the reality of your human experience, which is one of growth that requires struggle and sacrifice. There's nothing that grows that doesn't encounter an obstacle. And speaking from my own experience, coming into spirituality, there can be the assumption of, this is supposed to be easy. When rather what I recognized is in recognizing that love, peace, and freedom, I recognized that I'm making life difficult because I'm judging myself. It's like life is showing me, I love you, but you still have to play. You are here to have a human experience. And part of that human evolution is to go through shit and figure out what's really important. And it's amazing how much of that builds your character. When you have a vision, there's an energy of openness. Like you're open to possibility. And that openness is like a communication with life as you move through life. And so as you're moving through life, it's like your heart is open to experience more of what you would enjoy experiencing, not as a demand, but you're open to it.